43 hopefuls, 400 miles, but only one will kiss the bricks when the day is done. Who will be the one that realizes a dream by winning at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
Today, it's one of the grand events in American motorsports. But not too long ago, NASCAR at the Brickyard wasn't even a dream. Conventional wisdom was that the track's trademark flat corners wouldn't mesh with the heavy stock cars.
We don't have the high banking. This is not a very heavily banked track. And, you know, but with the long straightaways, they'd have to have them pretty trimmed out. And I don't think they're going to get around the corners very fast.
But NASCAR President Bill France and Indianapolis Motor Speedway President Tony George put Sullivan's words to the test.
I'll never forget 1992 when Penske said, hey, we're going to Indy to test for a stock car race, potentially. I went, what? You got to be kidding, we're going to Indy in a stock car? I mean, it just blew me away. I was so excited, it was unreal, and I couldn't wait to get there.
Davey Allison, current Winston Cup point leader. Here's Allison streaking around, the winner of the Michigan 400.
Right after that race, June 21st, 1992, an all-star cast, including Allison, 1988 Cup champion Bill Elliott, 89 Cup champion Rusty Wallace, three-time Cup champion Darrell Waltrip, and then defending Cup champion Dale Earnhardt loaded up for the test the next day at the Brickyard.
You know, first time NASCAR stock cars had taken to that racetrack, and I was like, you know, wow, this is somebody else's playground. We all knew that to have the opportunity to be a part of that first test there was a big deal.
I wanted to be the first guy on the racetrack to say I was the first stock car on the hallowed grounds of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And I remember talking to Coach Les Richter and said, can we make that happen? He goes, you know what? I'm going to send you guys out there by car numbers. So I was number 2, Earnhardt number 3. I pulled on the track and said, man, I'm on there. I'm number 1. I made it. And all of a sudden, I hear all this noise coming down the back straightaway. Earnhardt blew past me. I didn't know what was going to happen. He beat me to the start-finish line. We laughed. We got out of the car. And he said, all right, you're the first guy on the track, but I'm the first guy to lead a lap. That was pretty cool.
For the drivers, this was a dream come true.
It was great coming down the straightaway, and there are all those grandstands up on each side, and you know, watching Indy cars run here on TV and everything. And I've never been at the racetrack before, and it's pretty good rush.
They're rabid fans, and they proved it by showing up for practice. And when nothing was going on, no PA, anything, just there to see their hero.
In fact, 10,000 fans showed up to see their heroes, and in drafting practice the next day, the world's best drivers proved that stock cars could race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Here's Earnhardt on the inside of Ernie Irvin, 2 abreast once again down the
and they touch. They touch, and Earnhardt almost loses it in turn 1.
They're pretty doggone racing out there.
This is the way they would run at speed, I'm sure.
Even Indy 500 legend A.J. Foyt gave his blessing. Foyt, who retired at Indy a month before, borrowed a race suit and a race car from Earnhardt and turned some laps. At that point, there was only one thing left to announce.
There will be a NASCAR Winston Cup stock car event here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, 6th of August, 1994. The name of the event will be Brickyard 400.
A new tradition begins, and the green is out.
When we got on the track originally in Indianapolis, there was a lot of people kind of rolling their eyes going, hey, is this right for a stock car to get on the hallowed grounds of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? But after we run a couple of races, we found out real quick that the fans wanted it. They loved it. They come out in droves to support us, and it's been a huge success ever since.